All right, good evening, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is a market update for Wednesday, November 20th, 2013. So the Dow Industrials were meagerly, down 9 points today. I'm calling this post trading dojos because that's exactly what we've got. We've got a couple of dojos here. Those two little bars, candles, you want to call them, candlesticks here for the last 2 days. So really the Dow hasn't done a whole heck of a lot the last 2 days. 15,961 and we're at 15,967 now. So up a total of about 5 to 6 points in 2 days. So we're clearly in the fifth wave here, as we've talked about. The real question, and I'm not really sure, have we gone 1, 2, we're in 3 here. It's a little unclear on the Dow. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. It's a little clearer. But the big thing on the S&P 500, okay, so since this, what I'm calling a wave 4 here, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're in a fifth wave, okay? And when this fifth wave completes, it'll be 5 of 5. We will then be into a corrective mode that should come all the way back down at a minimum down into this area. Okay, so it's going to be much more of a correction than what we've seen over the last couple of months when it does happen. Now, what am I seeing as a little bit of concern? I don't like this divergence here, this bearish divergence where S&P has gone higher, but the indicator hasn't. And given some of the action, especially look at this on the DI plus, the positive side of the buying pressure on the blue lines did not go to new highs. So given some of the action I'm seeing in some of the stocks, this is giving me a little bit of heartburn. So I guess my caution to you will be, if you're getting ready, and I put on some longs, and I'm getting my head handed to you. I'll talk to you about it in just a minute. But be cautious in any kind of long positions you go to take on. They need to be really, really solid in very solid uptrends on the stock because we're getting into much shakier ground. Here's the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is pushing higher continuously, but again, we're getting divergence here. Okay. And it could be that we pull back and continue to push again and do the little, let me go back to S&P 500. We could have one push here, pull back, another push here, pull back. We could get a little pullback below the blue line and then a third push. But it seems like when you get like 3 pushes in a row, then that's about the name of that tune. I mean, you're just about done. New York Composite, again, same type of thing. And look, we're getting some negative divergence here. And as I've pointed out before, when you get it like we did here, right in here, that's a sign that you're kind of getting ready to roll over. And we already talked about the Dow Industrials. Let's look at, and I did the New York Composite. So what I want to do is I want to step back for a minute because that's kind of the snapshot on the market. Not a whole lot on the Dow, a little bit on the S&P pulling back. But I want to go back to some of these stocks I talked about on Sunday because there's been a little bit of action in these. Facebook, what did I say on Sunday? Sunday would have been right here, okay? I said, yeah, we got a little bit of confirming closes above the blue line, but because the blue line was below the 20 line, the gray line, okay, I wanted to see this blue buying pressure, DI plus, get above the red line, okay? It hasn't done that, and it's rolled over. Now, does that mean this thing is going down? I mean, it is starting to turn over. It is starting to roll over, but I'm suspicious because that's why I've got this labeled as a wave 4 correction in here, because it just looks to me like we've got, a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, and whether it ended here or whether it ended here, I'm not sure. I think it ended here because then I think we have a little bit of a running flat going on for a wave 4, and then we take off up here, wave 5, for a fifth wave up, and then we come back down and correct. Okay, so that's the way I see it on this. Hopefully what we'll see is that we'll get some support start to come in here, and this doji we had here today, let me get rid of this, let me go back to the cursor so I can manipulate the screen. This doji in here, sometimes that's kind of a pause. Not necessarily, I mean, it doesn't work all the time, but sometimes you're going to get a little bit of a pause. It means the momentum to the downside might be stopping, and it could be turning. So that's what I'd like to see, but again, that's why I wasn't recommending buying Facebook. Let's go to Yandex. Okay, Yandex, I had, let's see, I said I needed a confirming close. Monday we got the confirming close above here, okay. The blue line was still slightly below the gray, but I believe, where is my, I got the blue above the red here, okay. So I was thinking what I ought to do is buy on a pullback. Okay, so let me blow this up. I was thinking as this pulled back to the blue line, we would buy. And so I got in with calls this morning right here around 37.96, and I'm underwater right now. So this has kind of surprised me that it didn't come down and bounce back up. My stop is down here at like 35 and a quarter, somewhere 35.12, 35.12 is I'm using a 2 ATR stop on the initial stop. ATR is average true range. That's what I kind of keep track of down here, okay, the average true range. And it's a 10-day average true range. So when you have your formulas on your charts, that's what I use. I'm hoping this baby is going to turn around. It kind of looks like we might be getting a little bit of a symmetrical triangle for this wave 4, and then get, you know, I'm looking for a break turnaround here and break up. Now Yoku, same thing. Got a confirming close. Got a close above here. Got a confirming close. Starting to get a pull off. I was looking for a pullback here. Didn't quite pull back to the 10. So I haven't done anything with this at all. But that's what I'd kind of be looking for. And I think we're in a wave 5 up. Yelp is the other one that I thought we had a buy signal in here. Confirming close up above here. Got the DI plus greater than DI minus, but it was very slight, but we did get it. So when it pulled back yesterday, I got in right at around 67, just under 68, I think, somewhere around there. And then it continued to pull back a little bit more today. So I'm a little concerned about the pullback. One of the things that I want to point out that I'm seeing that looks kind of similar, now I guess it was on Yandex. Let me go back to this. So I'm watching this very closely. My stop is down here at like 60.30, which is a pretty big stop. It's not making me very comfortable, I'll tell you that. Let me go back to Yandex. One thing I'll mention about Yandex is the action here looks really similar to back here, where you had a little move above the blue line, pulled back, little move above the blue line, pulled back, then move stronger above the blue line, pull back. Here we've had the stronger above the blue line, pull back, and then it takes off. So I'm kind of looking for this thing to continue up. Very similar to some action that I did before. Cleveland Cliffs, I'll just mention this real quick. I did get in, I think I mentioned this on Sunday, that I did get in on Friday, and this has done nothing. So just a couple of dojis. I think it's acting similar in here. I would like to see another nice bullish bar start to push up and push this thing up. But right now, it's not doing anything. I guess the good news is it's not going backwards. So anyway, that's about it for tonight. Hopefully we can get some, if we get a pullback, it's not too strong, and hopefully we don't, and hopefully we continue to push forward. So just wanted to kind of update you on those things from Sunday. Have a great Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll talk to you Thursday night. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Thanks for stopping by. Talk to you soon.